Falling in love is often accompanied by subtle gestures, unspoken words, and small actions that reveal more than what is immediately visible. While grand declarations of affection are easy to spot, the quieter signs often carry deeper meaning. When a man is genuinely falling for you, he doesn't just express it through words. His actions, attention, and thoughtfulness paint a clear picture of his feelings. Understanding these signs can help you recognize his emotional investment and intentions, giving you insight into the depth of his affection and the seriousness of his commitment. Many women notice obvious signs like constant texting, compliments, or romantic dates, but the real indicators of a man's love often lie in the subtleties of his behavior. These subtle signs go beyond surface-level attraction and indicate a genuine desire to include you in his life, plan for a shared future, and prioritize your happiness. Observing these actions can reveal whether he sees you as a temporary presence or as someone with whom he envisions building a meaningful, lasting relationship. One of the most telling signs of falling in love is the way a man starts to think beyond the present. He begins to include you in his plans, considers your dreams and preferences, and even subtly adjusts his life to create space for you. These actions demonstrate that he values your input, trusts your judgment, and envisions a life where your paths are intertwined. Emotional investment is rarely casual. It manifests in consistent behavior, careful consideration, and thoughtful gestures that reflect care, respect, and commitment. A man who is falling for you will also show attentiveness to the little things that make you happy. From remembering small details about your preferences to supporting your personal growth, these gestures indicate that he sees you as a unique and important part of his life. He communicates not only his feelings but also his intentions through consistent, meaningful actions. Even when he doesn't speak directly about his love, his behaviors often reveal his priorities and the depth of his attachment. Understanding these signs is not only empowering but also practical. It allows you to recognize a partner who is serious about the relationship, emotionally invested, and forward-thinking. By paying attention to these subtle indicators, you can better navigate the complexities of love and commitment, building a connection that is based on trust, mutual respect, and shared vision. In this guide, we will explore 15 unmistakable signs that a man is falling for you and thinking about a future together. From the ways he includes you in long-term plans to how he invests emotionally in your personal growth, each sign offers insight into his feelings and intentions. Recognizing these behaviors can help you understand his commitment, strengthen your bond, and provide clarity about where your relationship is heading. Whether you are just starting to notice these signs or have observed them over time, this comprehensive look will help you identify genuine affection and the possibility of a lasting, meaningful connection. 1. He talks about we instead of I. When a man starts using we instead of I in his conversations with you, it's a subtle yet powerful indicator that he is falling for you and beginning to envision a shared future. This change in language reflects a shift in his mindset, from thinking as an individual to thinking as a team, where you are included in his life decisions, plans, and daily experiences. Using we shows that he sees you as an integral part of his world, someone whose presence and opinions matter in shaping his choices. It is not just casual phrasing. It is a sign that he mentally includes you in situations, responsibilities, and milestones that might have once been personal to him. For example, instead of saying, "I'm going to the concert," he might say, "We should go to the concert," subtly suggesting that he imagines you experiencing life alongside him. This linguistic shift indicates emotional investment and signals that he is thinking beyond the present moment, visualizing scenarios in which you both share experiences together. Over time, consistent use of we in conversations points to a growing sense of partnership and interdependence. It can also reflect his desire to build a strong foundation where both of you feel connected and involved in each other's lives. Even in casual or everyday discussions, this pronoun choice highlights his intention to consider you in decisions big and small. Essentially, when a man talks about we instead of I, he is expressing inclusion, commitment, and a sense of togetherness without explicitly stating it. It shows that he values your presence so much that he naturally integrates you into his language, actions, and future vision, making it one of the clearest signs that he is falling deeply and seriously thinking about a life together with you. 2. He includes you in long-term plans. When a man begins to include you in his long-term plans, it's a strong indicator that he is falling for you and sees a future together. This behavior goes beyond casual dating or short-term companionship. It shows that he is thinking seriously about the role you will play in his life as time goes on. Including you in plans for the future can take many forms, from talking about upcoming trips, career decisions, or living arrangements, to discussing more significant milestones such as weddings, buying a home, or even starting a family. The key is that he doesn't just mention these things hypothetically. He actively envisions your presence in them. This inclusion demonstrates that he values your input and wants you to be part of decisions that will shape his life. It also reflects trust and emotional intimacy because planning for the future requires a level of commitment and confidence in the relationship. When he talks about future events, he often frames them as shared experiences, using phrases like "we could do this" or "imagine us doing that," which subtly signals that he sees you as a permanent part of his life. Moreover, a man who includes you in long-term plans is mentally investing in a life together, not just in the moment. He may also start making practical adjustments to align his life with yours, such as considering your preferences when making decisions or taking steps to ensure that his future goals accommodate the relationship. This foresight and intentionality are strong signs that he is emotionally attached and deeply interested in building a shared life with you. In essence, when he consistently includes you in his long-term plans, it reflects his commitment, thoughtfulness, and genuine desire for a lasting connection, making it one of the clearest indicators that he is falling for you. 3. He asks about your dreams and goals. When a man starts asking about your dreams and goals, it's a clear sign that he is falling for you and genuinely wants to understand who you are at a deeper level. This behavior goes beyond surface-level curiosity or small talk. It reflects his desire to connect with you emotionally and intellectually, showing that he cares about your aspirations and values. By asking about your personal ambitions, he is not only learning about your passions but also assessing how he can be a supportive partner in your journey. Such questions indicate that he sees you as someone significant in his life, whose future matters to him. He wants to know what drives you, what you hope to achieve, and how he can fit into your plans in a way that complements your goals rather than interferes with them. This demonstrates emotional investment because he is considering not just his own desires, but how the two of you can grow together. A man who asks about your dreams is also signaling long-term thinking. He imagines a future in which your goals are important and wants to align his actions to help create that future. These conversations often lead to discussions about shared ambitions, compromises, or collaborative projects, showing that he is visualizing a partnership rather than a temporary connection. Moreover, this kind of interest reflects respect and validation. By showing curiosity about what matters to you, he acknowledges that your dreams are valuable and worth supporting. He wants to be someone who encourages your growth and celebrates your achievements, making you feel seen and understood on a level deeper than casual dating. In essence, when he consistently asks about your dreams and goals, it demonstrates care, emotional maturity, and a desire to build a meaningful, future-oriented relationship with you, clear evidence that he is falling for you. 4. He mentions future milestones casually. When a man casually mentions future milestones, it is a subtle but strong sign that he is falling for you and mentally including you in his long-term life. Unlike direct declarations of love or commitment, these comments are often woven naturally into everyday conversations, showing that he already imagines a shared future with you without feeling the need to formally announce it. For example, he might say things like, "One day, we could celebrate holidays together," or "It'll be fun when we go on a trip like that." These statements reflect his comfort in envisioning a life that involves both of you, signaling that you occupy an important place in his thoughts. Casual mentions of future milestones demonstrate that he is thinking beyond the present moment. They reveal that he is not only emotionally invested but also mentally planning how you both fit into significant events and achievements. This can include holidays, anniversaries, vacations, career milestones, or even hypothetical life events like buying a home or starting a family. By bringing up these topics naturally, He subtly tests your reactions and gauges how receptive you are to the idea of a shared future without pressuring you or making the conversation heavy. This behavior also reflects emotional security and confidence. A man who casually discusses future milestones is comfortable imagining a long-term relationship with you and is showing trust that you will be part of his life for the foreseeable future. It indicates that he values your presence and is already picturing moments of joy, support, and togetherness that you will share as a couple. In essence, when he casually mentions future milestones, it is a quiet but meaningful signal that he is emotionally invested, thinking long-term, and envisioning a life with you. One of the clearest ways a man expresses that he is falling for you without saying it outright. 5. He introduces you to important people in his life. When a man introduces you to important people in his life, it is a significant indicator that he is falling for you and sees a serious place for you in his world. These introductions go beyond casual friendships or acquaintances. They often include family members, close friends, or colleagues whose opinions he values. By doing this, he is signaling that he trusts you, values your presence, and wants you to become part of his inner circle. It is a way of integrating you into his life in a meaningful, long-term sense. Introducing you to the people who matter most to him also reflects his confidence and emotional investment. It shows that he is proud of being with you and wants those he cares about to know you and accept you. This step is often a test of compatibility as well, both socially and emotionally, because the reactions of friends and family can influence how the relationship progresses. A man who is casually or thoughtfully bringing you into these circles is considering your future together and the role you will play in it. Furthermore, this behavior demonstrates respect and seriousness. It is a clear move away from casual dating, as he is willing to make you visible in spaces that are important to him. He wants the people who influence his life to recognize your significance and to witness the bond developing between you. This also shows that he is mentally and emotionally preparing for a shared future, where you are included in both his personal and social spheres. In essence, when a man introduces you to the important people in his life, it is a deliberate and meaningful gesture of trust, pride, and long-term thinking. It signals that he is emotionally invested, sees a future with you, and wants to weave you into the fabric of his life, one of the most telling signs that he is truly falling for you. 6. He checks in about your family and friends. When a man consistently checks in about your family and friends, it is a strong sign that he is falling for you and genuinely cares about the people who matter most in your life. This behavior goes beyond casual curiosity. It shows that he is invested in understanding your support system, the people who shape your experiences, and the relationships that are important to you. By asking about them, he demonstrates emotional intelligence and a desire to connect with your world on a deeper level. Caring about your family and friends indicates that he is thinking about the long-term dynamics of your life. He recognizes that relationships do not exist in isolation, and he wants to ensure that he fits comfortably into the social and familial circles that are meaningful to you. This may include asking about family gatherings, celebrations, or even the well-being of individual family members. He might also inquire about your friends' opinions, knowing that their views can be important to you. These questions reflect a genuine interest in building harmony between your life and his, rather than just focusing on the romantic side of the relationship. Additionally, checking in about your family and friends demonstrates respect and empathy. He wants to understand the people who influence your decisions, values, and happiness. This shows that he is not just thinking about his own desires, but is considering how your loved ones impact your life and how he can support or integrate with them. It is also a subtle way of showing that he sees himself as part of your broader life network, hinting at a serious, long-term commitment. In essence, when a man consistently asks about your family and friends, it reflects thoughtfulness, emotional maturity, and a vision for a shared future. It is a quiet but meaningful sign that he is falling for you and wants to be involved in all aspects of your life, not just the romantic moments. 7. He talks about living arrangements or shared spaces. When a man begins talking about living arrangements or shared spaces, it is a strong indication that he is falling for you and imagining a future together. This behavior goes beyond casual conversation or joking about what-if scenarios. It reflects serious consideration of how your lives could merge in a practical, day-to-day sense. Discussions about living arrangements might include topics like moving in together, how to organize a shared home, or even preferences for neighborhoods and routines. By bringing these topics up, he is mentally preparing for a life in which you both occupy the same physical and emotional space. Talking about shared spaces demonstrates that he is thinking about intimacy, comfort, and partnership. Living together is a major step in any relationship, and when he openly discusses it, he is signaling trust, commitment, and readiness to deepen the bond between you. It also shows that he values your opinions and wants to co-create an environment that suits both of you, highlighting his willingness to compromise and collaborate on practical matters. This behavior often reflects long-term thinking. He may casually mention ideas like, "We could have a home office here," or "Imagine decorating this room together," which subtly includes you in his vision of the future. These discussions indicate that he is considering not only the romantic aspects of your relationship, but also the everyday logistics and responsibilities of a shared life. It is a sign that he sees you as an essential part of his world and is comfortable imagining the routines and dynamics you would share together. In essence, when a man talks about living arrangements or shared spaces, it reflects serious emotional investment, long-term planning, and a desire to create a life together. It is a clear signal that he is falling for you and is already thinking practically about how to integrate your lives, making it one of the most concrete signs of deepening commitment. 8. He shows interest in financial or practical planning with you. When a man shows interest in financial or practical planning with you, it is a significant sign that he is falling for you and thinking seriously about a shared future. Money and practical life decisions are often considered sensitive topics, so when he brings them up or seeks your input, it demonstrates trust, respect, and a desire to involve you in important aspects of his life. He is signaling that he sees you not just as a romantic partner in the present, but as someone whose perspective matters in shaping long-term stability and security for both of you. This behavior might include discussions about budgeting, saving for future goals, or planning big expenses together. He may ask your opinion on investments, how to manage household finances, or even your preferences for lifestyle choices that have financial implications. By doing this, he is showing that he values your judgment and wants to make decisions that benefit both of you, reflecting a sense of partnership and shared responsibility. Interest in practical planning also reflects foresight and long-term thinking. A man who considers financial or logistical matters with you is essentially envisioning a life where your lives are intertwined. He is mentally preparing for milestones such as moving in together, buying a home, or planning future experiences that require coordination and shared resources. This behavior indicates emotional maturity, as he is willing to discuss topics that require honesty, collaboration, and compromise. Moreover, including you in financial or practical planning demonstrates that he respects your role in his life and wants to ensure that your needs and preferences are accounted for. It shows that he is serious about building a stable, sustainable relationship rather than treating the connection casually. In essence, when a man shows interest in financial or practical planning with you, it is a strong signal of commitment, trust, and a desire for a long-term partnership. It reflects that he is falling for you and is already considering how your lives can be meaningfully integrated. 9. He remembers small details about your preferences. When a man remembers small details about your preferences, it is a powerful sign that he is falling for you and paying close attention to what makes you happy. These small details might seem insignificant at first. Your favorite coffee, the type of movies you enjoy, a song that lifts your mood, or how you like your workspace organized. But remembering and acting on them shows that he values you and wants to make your life more comfortable and joyful. It reflects emotional attentiveness and genuine care, qualities that indicate deepening affection and interest. This behavior goes beyond polite conversation or casual observation. By recalling and mentioning these small details, he demonstrates that he is mentally prioritizing you and the things that matter to you. He is not just hearing your words. He is internalizing them and using them as a guide to show thoughtfulness in his actions. For example, he might surprise you with your favorite snack, plan an outing aligned with your hobbies, or offer support in a way that matches your personality and preferences. These gestures indicate that he is actively thinking about you even when you are not around. Remembering small preferences also reflects emotional intelligence. It shows that he is attuned to your likes and dislikes and understands how seemingly minor things can impact your happiness. This attentiveness helps build trust and intimacy because it communicates that he genuinely cares about your experience and is willing to invest time and effort into making you feel understood and valued. In essence, when a man consistently remembers the small details about your preferences, it signals that he is emotionally invested, attentive, and falling for you. It is a subtle yet unmistakable way of showing affection and demonstrating that he values you as a unique and important part of his life. 10. He expresses excitement about future vacations or trips together. When a man expresses excitement about future vacations or trips together, it is a strong indication that he is falling for you and imagining shared experiences in the future. Travel often represents adventure, relaxation, and creating lasting memories. So when he talks enthusiastically about going on trips with you, it shows that he values your company and wants to spend quality time together in meaningful ways. His excitement reflects not just a desire to have fun, but also a vision of a life in which you are included in significant experiences and milestones. This behavior goes beyond casual conversation about vacations. He might plan potential destinations, discuss itineraries, or bring up activities he thinks you would enjoy. By doing so, he signals that he is considering your interests, preferences, and comfort, showing thoughtfulness and care. It also demonstrates that he is mentally investing in a shared future, imagining how you two could explore, grow, and create memories as a couple. Expressing excitement about trips together also indicates emotional intimacy. It shows that he looks forward to spending uninterrupted, quality time with you, which is essential for building a strong, lasting relationship. Planning for future adventures together requires coordination, communication, and trust, all of which are hallmarks of a partner who is deeply invested in the relationship. Moreover, this enthusiasm reflects his desire to build joyful experiences with you that strengthen your bond. By including you in his travel plans, he is demonstrating that your presence is important in all aspects of his life, from day-to-day routines to exciting, memorable adventures. In essence, when a man expresses excitement about future vacations or trips together, it is a clear sign of emotional investment, forward thinking, and affection. It shows that he is falling for you and envisions creating shared memories and a meaningful life together. 11. He talks about life events like weddings or kids hypothetically with you. When a man talks about life events like weddings or kids hypothetically with you, it is a clear sign that he is falling for you and imagining a future in which you are an integral part of his life. These conversations often start casually, framed as what-if scenarios, but they reveal that he is mentally exploring the possibility of a long-term commitment. By discussing topics like marriage or children, even hypothetically, he is signaling that he envisions a shared life and is comfortable imagining you in roles that are deeply personal and significant. This behavior shows emotional maturity and serious intent. Talking about such milestones requires a level of trust and openness, as these are sensitive and meaningful aspects of one's future. When he includes you in these discussions, he is essentially testing compatibility and gauging your thoughts, values, and feelings about major life decisions. This also reflects his desire for alignment in your visions for the future, ensuring that your hopes and dreams could coexist harmoniously with his. Moreover, discussing life events hypothetically demonstrates his emotional investment. He is not just focused on the present. He is imagining the journey ahead and wants to see if you are someone with whom he could share these experiences. These conversations allow him to build a mental framework of a life together, strengthening the sense of intimacy and connection between you. In essence, when a man talks about weddings, kids, or other major life milestones hypothetically with you, it is a subtle but powerful signal that he is falling for you. It shows that he is emotionally invested, thinking long-term, and considering how you could fit into the most meaningful parts of his future. 12. He takes steps to align his life schedule with yours. When a man takes steps to align his life schedule with yours, It is a strong sign that he is falling for you and making a conscious effort to prioritize your time together. This behavior goes beyond occasional convenience. It reflects intentional planning and consideration of how his daily routines, work, and personal commitments can be adjusted to accommodate your needs and shared activities. By doing so, he signals that spending time with you is important and that he values your presence in his life. Aligning schedules demonstrates thoughtfulness and emotional investment. He might adjust his work hours, rearrange personal obligations, or plan activities so that you both have quality time together. This shows that he is not only focused on his own convenience but is also considering your comfort and availability, which reflects a desire to strengthen the bond between you. This behavior also highlights long-term thinking and commitment. When a man makes the effort to synchronize routines, it indicates that he sees your relationship as more than casual or temporary. He is mentally and practically preparing for a future where you both share time, experiences, and responsibilities. It suggests that he envisions a life where your schedules, goals, and daily rhythms are harmonized to support mutual happiness and connection. In essence, when a man takes steps to align his life schedule with yours, it is a meaningful signal of affection, dedication, and planning for a shared future. It shows that he is falling for you and is willing to make practical adjustments to ensure that your relationship grows and thrives. 18. He invests emotionally in your personal growth. When a man invests emotionally in your personal growth, it is a powerful sign that he is falling for you and genuinely cares about your well-being and future. This goes beyond casual support or encouragement. It reflects a deep commitment to helping you become the best version of yourself. He takes the time to understand your goals, challenges, and aspirations, and offers guidance, motivation, or reassurance when needed. This shows that he values not only your presence in his life, but also your growth as an individual. Investing emotionally in your personal growth often involves active listening, thoughtful advice, and consistent encouragement. He celebrates your achievements, no matter how small, and supports you during setbacks, showing that he is emotionally present and attentive. This behavior signals that he is invested in your happiness and long-term fulfillment, which is a key indicator of someone who is serious about the relationship. Moreover, this investment reflects long-term thinking. A man who encourages and supports your growth is envisioning a future where both partners evolve together, building a strong, balanced, and resilient relationship. By prioritizing your development, he demonstrates that he sees you as an equal partner and values the contributions you bring to the relationship. In essence, when a man invests emotionally in your personal growth, it is a clear signal of love, respect, and commitment. It shows that he is falling for you, values your individuality, and is willing to support you in creating a fulfilling and meaningful life together. 14. He shares his long-term goals openly. When a man shares his long-term goals openly with you, it is a strong sign that he is falling for you and sees you as a significant part of his future. Opening up about ambitions, career plans, personal dreams, or life milestones requires trust, vulnerability, and confidence that you will support or understand his vision. By doing so, he is inviting you into his inner world, showing that he values your perspective and wants you to be part of the decisions and plans that shape his life. Sharing long-term goals demonstrates emotional intimacy and a desire for alignment. He is not only revealing what he hopes to achieve, but also subtly communicating that he envisions a future in which your lives are intertwined. Whether it's buying a home, pursuing further education, traveling, or building a family, including you in these discussions reflects serious consideration of a shared path ahead. This openness also highlights his trust and commitment. Discussing personal ambitions is not something everyone does lightly. It indicates that he feels safe and secure in the relationship and is willing to be transparent about his dreams. He may seek your input or gauge your reaction, showing that your opinions matter and that he wants your support as he works toward these goals. In essence, when a man shares his long-term goals openly, it signals emotional investment, trust, and forward thinking. It is a clear indication that he is falling for you and imagines you as a key part of his future, strengthening both the bond and the potential longevity of your relationship. 15. He subtly hints at commitments without pressure. When a man subtly hints at commitment without pressure, it is a strong indication that he is falling for you and thinking about a future together, while being careful not to overwhelm or rush you. These hints may come in the form of casual conversations about shared responsibilities, long-term plans, or scenarios where he naturally includes you in his future. By approaching the topic gently, he shows respect for your pace and comfort, demonstrating emotional intelligence and sensitivity. This behavior reflects a balance of intention and patience. He wants to communicate his interest and commitment, but he does so in a way that feels safe and natural rather than forceful. These subtle cues, like mentioning living arrangements, future trips, or joint milestones in a casual, hypothetical manner, signal that he is thinking seriously about your relationship, imagining how your lives could merge over time. By hinting at commitment without pressure, he is also showing trust and confidence in the relationship. He believes that the connection is strong enough to consider serious steps, and he is testing the waters to see if you are comfortable with the idea of a long-term bond. This approach fosters open communication, emotional intimacy, and mutual understanding, all of which are essential for building a lasting relationship. In essence, when a man subtly hints at commitment without pressure, it is a clear sign of affection, thoughtfulness, and forward thinking. It demonstrates that he is falling for you, is emotionally invested, and is imagining a future together while respecting your boundaries and timing.